Before I think about anatomy or detail, I reduce the figure to 3 simple units: from the top of the head to the waist, from the waist to the knees, and from the knees to the feet. At this stage, I'm not drawing the person, I'm studying the mass in front of me. I shade the whole area in broadly and keep everything general, no features, no edges, no refinement. The purpose here is understanding, not accuracy. I'm asking, how is the weight distributed? How do these 3 sections relate to each other? Where does the figure feel solid? Where does it feel lighter? By treating the figure as a single form divided into 3 areas, I can see proportion and balance much more clearly. Only after this do I move to the actual drawing, and when I do, I'm not guessing anymore. I already understand what I'm looking at. Now, let's look at the model and build the figure with that understanding. Now let's draw the actual model. The pose is upright, but there's a strong lean to one side because she's carrying a heavy bag. That weight shift is the first thing I want to understand, not the details, just the balance. I begin exactly the same way as before, by dividing the figure into 3 main sections: from the head to the waist, from the waist to the knees, and from the knees to the feet. I'm keeping everything very general at this stage, no specifics, just placement and proportion. I'm looking at how those 3 areas stack and tilt because of the bag. The centre line isn't straight, it bends towards the weight. That curve tells me more about the pose than any outline would. My marks stay light and open, no heavy lines, no commitment yet. I'm mapping relationships, not drawing contours. If something needs adjusting, it's easy to shift. At this point, I'm not interested in anatomy or features. I'm building understanding first. Once the structure and balance feel right, then I can gradually develop the drawing and with more clarity and confidence. Structure first, refinement later. Now, here's a drawing approach from Andrew Loomis. There's a lot more visible construction here, and he carries the structure further than we did in the first shaded study, but at heart he's doing the same essential thing, organising the figure into large proportional sections before committing to detail. The difference is how far he develops the construction lines. We can all learn a great deal from Loomis. His work is clear, measured, and very well thought through, but it's important to remember this is one approach among several. The real progress comes from trying different ways of seeing proportion and structure and then practicing them consistently. Use what works, test it in your own drawings, and keep refining your eye. That's where improvement really happens. Today we focused on seeing the figure in large, simple divisions, first as mass, then as proportion, and only later as detail. If you build that habit, your drawings become clearer and more confident every time. Practice this 3-unit approach with a few standing and weight shift poses before worrying about anatomy. Structure first, refinement later. If this helped you, Please subscribe and leave a comment telling me what you'd like to study next: figure drawing, structure or shading. This is Lines and Colours, and I'll see you in the next lesson.